This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
This
Just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Monday, everybody. Ladies, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Did you have a fabulous weekend?
Fabulous weekend.
There you go.
Yes. Well, my parents were in town, so
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Appreciated that.
Yeah, I went sledding. In the mountains.
Really?
Inner tubing. That was the word I was looking for.
I was like, wow. Was
Yeah.
it fun?
It was great. Yeah, great
That's
weekend.
amazing.
The kids go, they loved it.
Love it, love it. Taking advantage of this Colorado winter.
That's very nice. I went to see an art gallery. Fabulous.
Which one?
It's called the American Hot Shots, and it's the best of the Phillips collection. Some Hopper, some Georgia O'Keeffe. Fascinating.
Could you top that, Steph?
I was doing the same stuff as you, skiing and up in the mountains with all my
So
boys.
better.
No, not at all.
No, I'm just
but
kidding.
very Colorado-esque.
Very much. All right, well, great weekend. Let's get to it, guys. Happy Monday. The Bafta Awards were yesterday in London, and a lot of people are saying it's an indicator of what might happen at the Oscars. So Oppenheimer swept the awards with 7 wins, including Best Film, Leading Actor, Supporting Actor, and Director. The cast and crew of Poor Things had 5 wins, including Leading Actress, while Killers of the Flower Moon and Barbie, they were shut out. Surprising, right? But everyone was talking about the crowd giving Michael J. Fox a standing ovation as he came out to get the President Award for Best, or give the President Award for Best Film. Or present the award for Best Film. It's President's Day. I got all tongue-tied there. It's a Monday. But what do we think? Tori, what does Michael J. Fox mean to you?
I knew you were going to say that. I did that to him on an earlier show.
What did you think about the award? What did you think about the awards overall? Michael J. Fox, as well as the awards, some of them not being given out.
Crazy about Barbie. Obviously, something's gone on because in the award season, Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie aren't even up for Barbie. So something's gone on with the award situation with Barbie. I thought they would take it all, but they are just being missed by a lot of the awards. As for Michael J. Fox, I will say his perseverance, his raising funds, his awareness, his comedy, his the sense of virtue and dignity that he is. He's the best of Hollywood to me. He's the best of Hollywood right now. And I am glad that they appreciated and showed him the dignity he deserves. So I'm glad that he was there.
What do we think about this being an indicator of maybe what the Oscars might have?
It's really strong. Every year it is incredibly strong. In England, we don't have as many award shows as you do here in America, but the BAFTAs is huge, and that's why most of the stars were in England and not at the People's Choice Awards. But it's not the Oscars, you know, it's a very different thing. But Barbie was showing a bit of love last night at the People's Choice.
Yeah, they were. The people liked it, but not seemingly the industry.
In the industry, no.
They are not voting for it, or even putting them up as a nominee.
Really?
Yeah, Gerwig wasn't even up.
I don't know if that's going to happen here, though. Do you think
What?
so?
Well,
Like,
seen it all season,
Oppenheimer and
though.
Barbie get
No,
nothing here?
Oppenheimer's been
Oppenheimer-
great.
Not Oppenheimer, Barbie and
Yeah.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
No.
Well, I think with Barbie, you're kind of seeing what people are gravitating to or valuing through the Oscar nominations for sure. I feel like I don't know. I think it's a disservice to kind of have a hierarchy for award shows in general, because I really do think that certain award shows highlight certain things that might be a little bit on the top of priority for other people. Like maybe when Barbie clearly was a box office hit, they should have cleaned up at the People's Choice Awards, because the people were making decisions to go out and support this movie. Does it manifest in the same way when you're with your peers in the Academy?
It's weird, though.
It may not.
Right.
And I mean, just the idea that Barbie is being like looked at as a blockbuster at the Oscars, but not with Greta Gerwig or Margot Robbie, but also with America Ferrera getting a nod, and Ken.
Ryan Gosling.
The beach guy.
I do think that is something. I think it's an interesting thing, because years ago we were talking about how blockbuster movies never get any play at the Oscars.
But for me, I don't know, one last thing to say. Barbie was a blockbuster movie that rarely is rare, that is so good. It was well written, well directed, well acted. To have Gerwig not even be nominated to me is, I get Margot Robbie, but to have Greta Gerwig not get a nominee for the Oscars for Barbie will always be shocking to me.
There's no way Lily Gladstone does not win Best
You're
Actress
absolutely right.
for the Oscars.
You're absolutely
no way.
right. You're absolutely
She
right.
was outstanding.
Yeah, she
It just,
was.
And just no way.
Yeah.
All right, so the People's Choice Awards also took place yesterday. Adam Sandler was awarded the People's Icon Award, but he pretended he won People's Sexiest Man Alive Award. Let's watch.
He is.
And I am the sexiest man alive. Can I get a here? I am trying to be gracious, People magazine, but I have to admit 3 words keep popping into my head right now. About freaking time.
So for Adam Sandler, he was looking pretty good. Speaking of looking pretty good, Lenny Kravitz was also honored with the Music Icon Award, and he performed a medley of his songs. Let's have a listen.
Didn't fit nicely inside of
to know.
Lenny Kravitz always looks like a statue of himself. You know, if I was going to make a statue of Lenny Kravitz, it'd be every time I see him.
Like, yeah. I just want to see him in normal. Like, what if he just showed up in khakis and was like, hey there.
Like Adam Sandler, they switched roles.
They switched, or he's like Jake from State Farm.
I love that Lenny Kravitz is being honored at the People's Choice Awards. And again, it goes back to the idea of it not being a blanket hierarchy when it comes to award shows. Lenny made a lot of waves earlier or last year because he was talking about how some of the bigger black award shows don't necessarily identify him or you know, talk about his contributions to the culture. And Lenny Kravitz is a mixed race man who is kind of riding that line, and he deserves to be looked at and held to the standard. It gets into a lot of politics when you talk about who's being recognized for which awards, but I think the People's Choice Awards for Lenny Kravitz is an amazing choice.
Yeah. I got to get away.
I wish you would. Coming up on DBL, Steph is going to break down all the best looks from the Baftas and the People's Choice Award, plus our interview with Rachel Dratch and how her iconic SNL character Debbie Downer came to be.
Guys, real quick, Jeff is going to toss to Steph for the fashion.
Got it?
I like when you guys
Chat a
chime
little?
in during it, but not too much.
Just a little here and there.
Just a little.
Marinate.
And we're going to start with Bafta.
We're on? Okay, Steph, can I ask a question that might seem sacrilegious? Are we on? Are we on? Are we on?
I think so.
Can Lenny Kravitz show up in, what if he's just, it's a lot of the same look.
Everybody likes Lenny.
Could he ever change? I just want to see Lenny Kravitz. I'm not on?
That's what this.
Oh, we're on.
I think he could, but I think everyone would be kind of sad. I think it works so well.
I guess.
Why change it?
I guess you're right. I just wanted to.
You know what? It's really ironic that I say that because I see Billie Eilish and I moan. I think I'm sick of this outfit.
Right, but we never get.
But I think Lenny Kravitz just looks so
classic.
good.
But don't you want to see him in something just
never gets
different,
old.
y'all?
Tired of Hawaii.
Yeah, I get tired of it. Can I ask you guys, what award show should there be?
Simu Liu.
What does Michael J. Fox mean to you?
Is there an award show we should be having?
You're tossing to Steph.
Yeah, this is my favorite.
I don't know it.
Like, you know, the Razzies. I like that there's the Razzies. Could it be?
Do you watch the Razzies though?
No.
See?
Yeah.
Did you watch the People's Choice Awards?
No. I chose not to.
So
as a
the
people.
question should be, should there be less award shows?
Yeah, fewer award
Agreed.
shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree. Yeah.
Did you just correct my grammar?
Yeah.
I just think award season gets
I'm not a big
monotonous.
I don't care.
She always
Because you're like, at this point, you're on the red carpet, you've talked to the same
When people
people
correct me
4
with whom and
times
whom
before the end.
Oh, that's
You're within like just a couple weeks of each other, so that circuit is like
A little crazy.
Yeah, it's a little monotonous.
Yeah.
Can't say the
But at the
less
same
award
time, like you
shows?
want to celebrate, you know, everyone's contributions. I mean, it does get.
Fewer is when you don't have a specific number.
Welcome back to DBL. With 2 award shows yesterday, we have to talk about the fashion. Of course, we got Stephanie Jones here to get us into it with the Baftas. What do you think about that?
I know. So the British side of the pond, let's take a look at what the stars were rocking. So Emily Blunt looked regal in this sheer cut-out dress covered in beads and jewels. I'm loving her necklace as well. Obviously, we can't zoom in, but it's just stunning.
I like her hair.
Oh,
You kind of look like that, her, Steph, a little bit, right?
Oh, thanks. I'll take it. That's very sweet of you.
All right.
Margot Robbie looked very glam in silky pink, black velvet with the black paired gloves. Gorgeous.
Love.
Didn't love this one though. Emma Stone wore a peach one-shoulder asymmetric gown with a bit of a statement cloudy sleeve, but hey, bit different.
No.
Davine Joy Randolph wore peach and black with black gloves, and the dress had 2 trains. Look at that when she's like swishing, they're like capey arms.
Does somebody have to teach her how to work that?
I'm sure.
I bet she had a good practice, because that is amazing.
Yeah, she's a great actress.
And then Florence Pugh looked stunning in this silver corset layered over a black skirt draped with a black cape and train. Normally, I'm not a big fan of her looks, and I just, this just killed me. And we cannot forget the men. So we saw the gorgeous Cillian Murphy wearing all black with a long blazer.
The way he puts his hand in his pocket is different than every other man on earth.
Can I tell you, though, he has
effortless.
not looked the same since he lost all that weight.
Yeah.
It's going to take
Matthew
him some
McConaughey
time.
had the same thing. It took him years to put it back
I'm
on.
sure. I mean,
Dallas
the
Buyers Club,
stress that it puts your body under is
absolutely.
intense,
But he
right?
looks great, I'm just saying.
And Barry Keoghan opted for a dark teal suit with a cropped trench-inspired coat jacket.
God, I love that.
He
I
looks
like that crop
great.
look for a guy.
I know, in his military shoes. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And then we saw the gorgeous Robert Downey Jr. and his wife both looking stunning. I loved his grey suit with his starfish-shaped brooch and her black dress with a bejeweled neckline, looking gorgeous. So what do you guys think? I think they rocked the red carpet.
I'm kind of getting tired of Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, wow, I said it.
Overexposed.
Yeah, he's the, I don't know. He's like the class clown of actors.
I
You know what I mean?
know,
Like,
I know.
You're not the boss of me, Robert Downey Jr. You had your ups and downs.
Oh my gosh.
Pump the brakes, buddy. You're going to win an Oscar, but just for me, just for me.
Fair.
All right.
Fair.
Okay.
Jeff wants to
I just call it like I see it.
Award show fatigue.
I'm sure he'll see this and tweet me as well. And what about some of the looks from the People's Choice Awards, Steph?
All right, so obviously both were just happening. So this is the American version last night. So we saw Sydney Sweeney. Oh, she was stunning this was a couture monette
We have to
dress.
blur it?
It was a very low Tory.
Whoa, okay.
But she was looking very svelte. It was literally a second skin. Love it. New mum Halle Bailey. Oh, I just love her. In a multicoloured gown. Oh yeah, we're being very conservative today, aren't we?
Very much so.
She gave off her signature Little Mermaid vibes.
Nice.
Ice Spice, I just love this. Sizzled in sheer leopard print with orange lace and a faux fur. She actually requested Dolce & Gabbana to make this in the bright orange because it wasn't originally. And I just love that she brings a bit of fun and colour to the carpet. It's fun, it's different, love it. Rachel Zegler looked chic in a black dress with this beaded top and tiered tassel bottom.
She's got that Audrey Hepburn-ish
Yeah, it's very
feeling.
classical, traditional, isn't it? And then we've got to talk about the men there too. So obviously we were talking about Adam Sandler. He ditched his Hawaiian shirt for a suit, and his wife looked really chic in this simple black dress and tights. And of course, Lenny Kravitz did not wear a shirt under his black blazer, and he finished off the look with his signature shades. Never can do any wrong. And lastly, the host of the show, Simu Liu, wore a Merlot suit with coordinating button down and shoes. I just think he's darling.
He's good. And you know when he's funny? I watched him on SNL. Hysterical.
First of all, I'm just making sure that I'm not inappropriate here by adding more tissue to my top. I would like to flag. To flag the fact that when Lenny Kravitz came up,
it's fine.
We didn't censor his cleavage. So, just saying.
Listen, I don't mean to pull the curtain back. She also spilled coffee on me.
That was the last block.
I thought that's what
That's what I thought you were doing. That's what I thought you were doing.
That was the last block, Jeff.
Hysterical.
Killed 2 birds with that one. All right, coming up on DBL, we're talking with comedian and actress Rachel Dratch all about her podcast, Woo Woo. Welcome back. If you're an SNL fan, of course you know Rachel Dratch and her infamous character Debbie Downer. We spoke to her earlier about her new animated series, Grimmsburg. Take a look.
Who's Roy? Roy of Siegfried and Roy. He was attacked by his own tiger and suffered devastating injuries.
We love her. Please welcome to the show, Rachel Dratch.
Hi. Hello.
All right, we're going to get to your show, but first, I have to ask you about your new podcast, Woo Woo. You talk about all things ghosts and supernatural, and I hear Amy Poehler and Tina Fey might have been the inspiration for Woo Woo. Tell me all about it.
Over the years, I've just heard some crazy ghost stories and psychic experiences and stuff like that from my friends. And, you know, everyone kind of has a ghost story you sort of discover. So then I was like, oh, this would make a fun podcast. So it's talking about all that kind of stuff, you know, the world of woo-woo. And so, yeah, Amy Poehler, she's kind of a non-believer, but she talks about the Enneagram, which is this personality test. And Tina has a ghost story that took place in Cape May, New Jersey, which is very close to like a lot of people there have the Philly accent. So she tells hers in kind of a Philly accent.
Well, it seems like, you know, you have people on that are non-believers and some people that are. So I have to ask you, are you a believer? Have you seen a psychic? If you have, did the prediction come true?
Okay, so pretty much every episode I end up saying, like, okay, I'm not fully into this, but here's a story, like, see what you think of this. So I'm not full, like, crystals and, you know, consulting a psychic every week, but some of these stories are pretty compelling. I did have a psychic story where a psychic did tell, and I talked about this on the first episode, actually, a psychic did tell me when I was 43 that I was going to have a child, and I wasn't even dating him, and I was like, what? And then she said, you're going to meet someone in 3 to 6 months and have a child, and then that's exactly what happened.
What?
So that kind of really turned my whole, you know, skepticism on its ear, I'll say,
I want the name of that psychic.
I know, it's pretty crazy, yeah.
So, Rachel, I gotta ask you this because I spent so many hours laughing at Debbie Downer. I mean, especially the one with Jimmy Fallon and Lindsay Lohan. Oh my God, I can watch that 100 times a day.
Me too.
It's one of the most iconic SNL characters. Do you ever find yourself being her in real life? What brings her out?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I think I have an inner Debbie Downer, and I always have, but I know to edit her. Like, I know when you're not, you know, when you're sitting at a party and someone says, like, oh, it's so warm out in December, then I don't go, like, that's because of climate change. Like, so I put you know, an editing button, but Debbie Downer does not. And so a lot of people come up to me, and that's probably the character I'm most known for, because so everyone knows a Debbie Downer, which people tell me on the street, like, that's my sister, that's my boss, whatever. So definitely tapped into something there, yeah.
Yeah, we don't know anybody like that.
I'm not like
All right,
that.
no, I have to ask you. I'm just kidding. What would Debbie say about 2024?
I don't know what Debbie would say about 2024, because it's such a giant topic that I would need to zero in on something. But anyway.
I would kind of go like, you know, we have 2 great candidates.
That's pretty good. A lot of youthful energy to choose between.
There you go.
That eyebrow. It's an eyebrow. Excellent.
I had to go there.
Let's talk about your show, Grimmsburg, because you play a young boy. Do you use any real life experiences from your own son in the show?
I don't say no. So this kid, so I play John Hamm's son on Grimmsburg, and this kid is very different from my son. But so John Hamm is kind of this deadbeat dad sort of guy, and so my character Stan is just always hoping and trying to get his attention and trying to kind of win him over in this way that's kind of sad and I guess kind of funny for the viewers. But anyway, so no, I don't think he's that similar to my son. But I think, you know, when you the thing I love about doing voiceover is, like, you know, who you are in real life has no bearing because you can be anything in voiceover. So you just kind of try to channel this little dude. And so, you know, he kind of talks like he's sort of, you know, someone that's a bit of an outcast, and, you know, he feels kind of low self-esteem. And so you try to just, like, think, what would that person sound like? So I wasn't thinking, like, what's the real child behind this? You know? Right. It's a little more goofy. That's my approach. I'm not very, you know, method acty, I guess. So,
no, it's cool.
I think it's so cool to have Don Draper as your dad.
Yeah.
Bossing you around. What is it like?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's another funny thing about voiceovers. You're not in the voiceover booth with the other characters. So you're just doing your thing. I mean, these are things, I didn't know this before I started doing animated, but, you're in your own little voiceover booth, and he might be in LA or something. You just do your own session. But I know him just from, the comedy scene. He's very cool and nice and exactly what you might think. Yeah.
You'd want.
I know. I love it. I love it. DBL Nation, for new episodes of Grimsburg, tune into Fox every Sunday. Thank you again, Rachel. Wow.
That was
so cool
awesome.
talking to you. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
This February, enter the Sandals Blue Valentine giveaway to win an all-inclusive vacation to the brand new Sandals St. Vincent and the Grenadines, or any Sandals resort of your choice. Watch DBL every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblastlive.com/sandals for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night escape for 2. The winner will be announced on DBL February 28th. Today's Sandals word of the day is sunglasses.
Welcome back. If you want to have whiter teeth but don't want to deal with the messy strips or sensitivity that goes with it, you're in luck. The brand that brought you Power Whitening Gel has created new Smile Actives Pro Whitening Gel with 33% greater whitening power. Effective tooth whitening can be achieved at home by simply adding the Pro Whitening Gel to your toothpaste every time you brush, with no change to your routine and no extra time or effort needed. In a clinical study, users saw an improvement of up to 8 shades after using the gel for just 30 days. Smile Actives is safe and effective and will work on crowns, bonding, and dentures. Order today for your special buy one get one free little BOGO action. Don't want to wait to get your brighter, whiter smile? Call 800-700-4040 or visit smileactives.com today. That's a good number. 800-700-4040. I'll forget it by the end of the show. Before we go, we want to give a shout out to John Travolta. He celebrated his 70th birthday this weekend. Does that make anybody feel old?
Oh, yeah.
He shared this video of him blowing out his candles and receiving a nice little kiss from Peanut right there. Huh?
Oh, Danny Zuko.
Little Zuko. Everyone's got their favorite Travolta, huh?
Nice. Welcome back, Cotter. We go all the way back to the 70s.
I'm a big Pulp Fiction, Vincent. Pulp Fiction.
That's one of his best
Saturday Night Fever. You can't forget the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, happy birthday, Johnny boy.
Look who's talking.
Tori is.